How's it going out there, everybody? Tonight I have Dave Kerr on here, and we will be discussing some Bloody Summer Camp, and of course, discussing this Indiegogo for Bloody Summer Camp 2, Red Horizon. You guys should be definitely checking it out. I hope you guys saw excuse me, wow. I hope you guys saw the first Bloody Summer Camp movie, which I did watch. I was just rewatching it again, and that's just such a fun freaking time, man. That movie is such a fun camp slasher. You guys just fan service. Fan service with that.
Yeah, well, that's what we were going for. We wanted to make a film that paid homage to all the '80s films that we loved. So
I love that. I love that. And then for the sequel to be coming, I'm just like, oh shit, this is yes. Yes. I love the mask for it, which we just saw a minute ago. And was that something that you had like when you were making the first one? Was that something you had in mind? Like, I want to make two of these, or I'm
N-
going to make two of these?
no, very rarely do we go into it like I want to make more. But I mean, we always that's always an option, and I think partially through filming it, we toyed with the idea, and when we were never against it, but it was more of a, oh, it'd be cool if we did this. But when we wrapped up the first one, it wasn't with the intention of we're definitely making a sequel.
What brought upon the sequel?
Um, just because, like I said, when we finished it, we were always willing to do it,
Okay.
throwing around ideas, and it was basically we'll see how it goes. We'll see how people react to it. If people want a sequel, we're definitely willing to do it. And over the years, we had enough people that finally reached out to us saying, "Hey, you should make a sequel." And so, we finally figured that it was time to make a sequel, and that we had gotten enough love from the first one to justify it.
I like that, man. And just so you guys know, he is editing Slasher Nurse at, well, not right this second as we speak, but as we speak, as this Indiegogo's going. He was telling me that before we went live. So I love how you're doing that. So you're working on, continue on a project as you're, getting ready to work on another, which is just staying busy. Does that make it easier, or does that make it easier or harder for you as far as like the script writing, or is it just are they far enough apart to where it's not too much of a
They're far
deal
enough
for you?
apart. I finished the script before while I was still waiting. I was still waiting on some stuff with before I started editing Slash and Nurse.
Hmm.
And while I was waiting on that, that's when I finished the script for Bloody Summer Camp. So it's kind of everything has its own place. And yeah, I finished the script, and then while we're doing crowdfunding, that doesn't really take a whole lot, and it still gives me plenty of time to edit while we're crowdfunding.
See, and it's smart though, because again, you're just kind of knocking two things out at once, and it's like I have to do this and I have to do this, so
Yeah, if I was
might as
editing
well.
trying to do the filming, that would be a little difficult.
Do you have a so with directing? Do you have a what's your favorite and least favorite parts of directing? Mine, let's say minus the whole crowdfunding part of it, just as far as just the hands on of it.
um, as a writer, I love being able to direct, because I love being able to see what I've written come become real on screen.
Mhm.
It's really surreal to see that. Um, I don't like all the problems that come with it, all the, especially with indie filmmaking, you know, all the things that money would usually take care of, but when it's indie
Yeah,
making, it's jumping through a lot of hoops.
yeah. But I'm sure it has to help in some ways as far as like, okay, now, because this is what your fourth film, right?
This is gonna be number 6, I believe.
Six. Oh
Yeah.
shit, I'm way off.
Oh wait,
I'm way off.
Flash Nurse was the number 5, and this will be number 6.
That's congratulations on that. Congratulations on that. But just I'm sure what I was getting at was I'm sure you've learned, certain things from movie one to movie six, like just those little headaches in between that you even with the financial things, like okay, I know we have to kind of do it this way because we don't have the
Yeah,
finances to do that.
it's definitely gotten easier from the first film, and that's kind of the reason why I wanted to make a second film. after the first one was because I learned so much stuff about what not to do, what to avoid, what I should have done, and I wanted to take that knowledge and
Mm.
better film. And every film that we make, we've learned um, how to think on the go and how to work with changes and just kind of, work with what we have.
Okay, that's another that's understandable with that too. That's understandable with that. What inspired the script for Bloody Summer Camp? Besides, I know the '80s and being a horror fan, but was it like a specific slasher in general, like one specific slasher, like a Jason, or was it just
I'd
the?
say
I know.
I'd say it's definitely most inspired by the first Friday the 13th and Sleepaway Camp because
All
the
combined.
had the mystery of the who done it type thing. With Friday the 13th, the first one, you didn't know who the killer was.
Hmm.
And also, being the first week of camp, I mean that was more or less a necessity for us because we couldn't work around kids. It was just too much. That was too much of a liability. But that kind of mirrored the first Friday the 13th
Yeah,
ready, and then the rest of it kind of mirrors Sleepaway Camp with a lot of similarities with the cook and everything. But they were all purposely inspired. They were things that we wanted to do to give nods to those films that inspired us.
I like that. I like that, and I love how. First of all, just the comedy in it was just great. The stereotypes, everything. Like the one scene that had me laughing so hard is the guy comes up covered in blood with the knife. The cop just like, oh, we'll figure out. If no one comes and claim it, we'll give it back to you. The brother comes around. The guy hops up, stay still or whatever. I was laughing so hard. I forgot that scene happened, and then when it happened again, I was like, oh man, yes, I forgot all about this.
That was supposed to be just a after credit scene. We had Dave Sheridan coming in, and we once we had Dave Sheridan, we knew that we had that comedy element. We
Yeah,
took advantage of it, and I wrote that scene to be an after credit scene. But I was like, man, this scene's too good just to be after credits. We need to put this in the actual film, and it was hilarious. Most of that stuff that came out, like it was ad lib by Dave Sheridan, and like a lot of the references and stuff, we had to kind of like check it to make sure, like, is he just throwing these out there? Did he actually look at the timelines of these? And they were all
yeah,
pre 1986, so he did his homework.
that's awesome. That's really cool, and that like just scenes. I love the little comment, the scenes like that just jump out to you. That was one of them, and I love Mike's character. Was just his character is funny because he's just so like nonchalant and just I'm like, come on, just punch the dude in the face, something. But he just like when he got pushed in the water, I felt bad for him. I'm like, get up, throw him in the water, do something to him, man.
Yeah, his character's pushover. His character was partially inspired by Mike. Uh, I had the idea for where I was going to put Mike, and then when I met Mike, and his just really energetic personality, I was like, okay, I can work with this. I'm gonna take his personality. I'm basically gonna fucking amplify it and
Hmm.
make this really fucking go getter guy, kind of like a SpongeBob, where fucking he's just so happy that everyone hates him for it.
Yeah,
And
which
also,
he.
not a lot of people know this, but it's not that big of a deal. The whole thing with the sheriff, that scene that you were talking about, that actually plays into the sequel because I don't know if you've seen that Sado is coming back as the sheriff,
Mhm.
is because Sheridan got fired for racism and negligence.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
but
that's a fun tie back.
we still might. I mean, we'd love to get Sheridan back. We haven't talked to him at all. But I'm sure we could find, even if he's not the sheriff, I'm sure we could find a way to get him in. If not him, we definitely want to get more than just Fliss in. We
Mhm.
had to get Fliss, and we felt like that was necessary. We'll have stretch goals where we'll hopefully bring in other horror celebrities. We would love to get Sheridan if we can, if
Mhm.
willing to come back and we can work it out, then we'll try to get him in there. But like I said, if not, we have other horror celebrities in mind that we'd love to work with.
I like that a lot, man. I like that a lot. Now, with how does that process work as far as getting celebrities for that? You reaching out and for your independent films?
It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Well,
Really?
stack, I guess. It's really just reaching out and see what bites. We kind of talk, and we talk about, first off, we figure out what characters we'd like to see a celebrity in, and then kind of talk about who we think would fit for that character, kind of like a dream list.
Yeah.
And then we go down the list and start reaching out to people and seeing, there's different ways to reach out to people. And sometimes it's through their manager, sometimes we can reach out to them directly. We just reach out to them and see, who's interested.
Okay. I'm gonna pull up your Indiegogo to show off some of these perks and all that good stuff that you guys got going on over here. Ooh. 6,400 already. That's awesome right there, man.
I think that broke a record for us. I don't remember. I know we raised money for Slash Nurse really fast, but I don't think we raised this first day.
Congratulations on that. Congratulations on that. That's awesome. And there's still 30 days left. It just kicked off today. That's amazing. 42% funded. Is this something we can play on the live?
What's that?
Is this something right here we can play on the live? The Slash Your Nurse video? Or for...
talking about the film.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't do a pitch trailer. It's just it's me talking about the film, and it cuts between scenes from Bloody Summer Camp, just showing people the original.
Okay. Go down to these perks. I seen that you guys had $1 perk. Donate to help. Just one.
That's only going to be up for today, because what we're doing is we're trying to, it's really important to get trending on day one.
Okay.
A lot of that has to do with how many contributions you get. So even if it's $1, if we get 40, 50 contributions, that gets you trending on Indiegogo.
There you go. That's all. That's good to know right there. But so just $1. Let's get them trending. Let's get this going. Special canteen. A special thanks. $10. Limited edition DVD. And I know the Blu-ray's right under, because I was looking at it earlier, and I'm probably gonna end up grabbing it because Blu-rays are my favorite perks.
Yeah,
Blu-rays are my favorite perks. I love physical media, and then just with streaming where things are up for 1 minute, you buy it. They take it down when they want to, and
right, or edit out. Yeah. And all these prices too, they're day one prices. All these are the cheapest you're probably going to be able to get the perks. So all these perks are discounted right
now. For day one, yeah, 12% off for shirts. Listen, guys, you got to go check this out. And again, if you haven't seen Bloody Summer Camp 1, you're missing out. That is a great, fun horror comedy slasher. And it's a horror comedy, but it's not like one of those where it's like overly comical. Not saying it's not funny, but it's not overly comical to where it's not a horror film. It still feels like a horror film with the comedy aspects in it. And I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys check it out and enjoy it.
Yeah, platforms. It's on Tubi. It's on Amazon, Vudu, iTunes.
And you can get it on Blu-ray.
Yep.
And DVD off of there, which I'll show you guys in a minute, their website as well. Oh, and or cast sign or 225.
Yeah, those were really popular with our first crowdfunder. We sold out of them.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
I think like 5 of them, and we sold out of them.
Nice.
Really popular, so we brought them back for this one.
225. Camp sign. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's a new that we're doing. The wooden camp sign. Someone asked for that, so we went ahead and
that's a nice sign.
Yeah.
Camp Red Horizon.
One. I'm hoping to get one in very soon, so I can show it off to people.
Associate producer. Executive producer. Solo credit, executive producer. Oh, Felissa Rose. I love Felissa. Oh my God, she's the best, man. Felissa Rose.
Yep, we had her in every film since Blaze Summer Camp so far. You know, we've had her in Blaze Summer Camp Go Away, Slash and Nurse, and now she's returning for Blaze Summer Camp 2.
Awesome. I just grabbed this Blu-ray earlier today.
Hell yeah.
That Return of Slasher Nurse. But look, you can go right here and get Bloody Summer Camp right now. Signed
Yep.
for $28.
I have a few of those left too. Because you know, some cast members, some of the cast members live in Georgia now. Some of the cast members live in Canada, so it's become Jersey. But we have.
So, do you go to cons and stuff a lot?
We used to. I still might hit up one or two. At one point I think we hit like 7 or 8 cons in 1 year, but we were doing good, and then all of a sudden, like after COVID, we started losing money. And if we can at least break even, you know, if we can break even, then it's worth it just to promote. But
yeah,
started losing money, so I pulled back my appearances to focus more on just filmmaking, and we might hit a couple later this year, but nothing's confirmed yet.
Okay, yeah, because I wanted to ask that. I was like, how that works for the indie scene when it comes for filmmakers. Like, how well does that work for you guys? How well does that help for you guys with not only promotion, but yeah, again, with financially, because you have to pay the first spot and pay to be, you know,
Oh yeah,
the money it takes to be in there.
Dude, the price of tables is fucking ridiculous. Which, I mean, I get it. I'm not saying it's not worth it, but you know, like spend like $400 on a table.
Yeah.
Then if it's, you know, if it's a 6-hour drive, you know, you're staying down in the hotel, you know, you're at like $700 to recoup. And one convention, at one point, like I said, we actually did good. Yeah, we came out with a profit. Went back to that same convention the next year, and we lost like $300.
Wow.
So
it's just, yeah, it's
I think
one of those gambles, I guess, right?
it was like everyone that we talked about is like, oh, is it streaming? Oh, is it streaming? And we just could not sell this physical media at all.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand how important physical media really is.
It's one of those things that is going to be, you know, after once it's gone, and then everyone's be like, oh, remember back when you could get. Which, I mean, I'm sure there'll always, just like records, there'll always be someone putting out some form of physical, but there's going to be a lot of your favorite films, you know, aren't going to be available. I know there's, I've seen some filmmakers with distribution contracts, and they're like, their contract, their distributor isn't even offering physical. It's just for streaming. So, you know, you could end up at a point where you don't even have the option of getting a physical media of your favorite film, and then if they decide to edit it or, you know, cut something out because next year this is now offensive, you know, and then cut shit out of your film,
which is just, oh my god, that would piss me off.
Yeah.
That would piss me off. It's, and the funny thing is, I've seen it with there's a movie on Netflix. I think it was called Host. Really good horror movie, or no, not Host. Sorry, Hush. It's not on Netflix anymore, and I don't think it's anywhere. I think it was one. If I'm not mistaken, it was a Netflix original film. I could be wrong about that, but I'm just that right there. Now, it's like, how the hell am I?
The problem with that is like, let's say if you were to sign a contract with Netflix and they're your distributor, if film, then you're fucked. I mean, they're under contract. They can do what they want with it. Someone could buy my film and decide not to fuck show it at all. You know, that's actually happened to filmmakers. Some indie filmmakers signed a contract with a distributor, and you know, stories where they're like, yeah, they've had my film for over a year, and they haven't released it, and I can't do anything because, you know, I have a contract with them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How does that even, like, how does that, I'm like, oh my god, like, you listen,
you would need something in your contract saying that if you don't do something with this film by this amount of time, then it reverts back to the original, you know, because thing if they pay you for it, but I like, this is sorry about that. This is one of those things where they're, you know, sign a contract saying they'll give you a portion of the profits, and then they're holding it for a year, not even making profits. So they've got the film and they ain't paying you shit for it.
So I love that you're saying all this though too, because it's very important for people, especially in the indie scene, that they need to hear this and learn about this.
Hear me?
And yeah, I can hear you and do the research.
There.
Oh, yep. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you still hear me? Oh, you good? Uh-oh. Is that the script? Uh-oh. See if he comes back. I think he's having some internet trouble or phone trouble. Let me see where he is. There he is.
Sorry about that, man.
All good, man. All good.
An alarm went off on my phone and it just fucked everything.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm trying to figure out how to flip my phone around.
With the camera thing?
Yeah.
I'm not sure where it is for that on Restream.
I think I found it. Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
there
good.
we go.
Yeah. Damn, my fucking alarm just fucked everything. But yeah, it's a bad situation when you sign a bad contract. It's all is what it is.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say it was cool you were saying that because I've never heard of that with the whole. I mean, I'm not a film creator, so I don't know that. But just for other filmmakers out there, like pay attention to what you sign for that. If
Oh
you're
yeah.
gonna be with the distributing and all that.
And one thing that you should always know is every contract is negotiable. You don't have to accept what they give you right out. You can request changes. You can request anything you want, and they'll either say yes or they'll say no. Don't just blindly sign the contract.
So, with all that said, though, it's not really a big pain in the ass as far as getting your stuff on streaming, minus the deals with the contracts and all that. Or
It depends what route you go. I mean, there's like places like Film Hub, which is a thing where it's basically they put it out to like online market for all these streaming sites to look at your film and decide whether they want it or not. It's kind of like putting your film in an online shopping mall, and then the streamers come around and decide whether they want it or not. That's okay. I haven't really dealt with them because the only thing I've dealt with them through was out of this country for like Europe and stuff, because my
okay,
contract is through Gravitas Ventures, so they have North American rights.
mm-hmm.
I haven't dealt with like Tubi or anything like that through Film Hub. I've just dealt with these, and I really through Film Hub I get pennies for profits, but like I said, that's like Germany,
Yeah,
but it's a little bit of a pain in the ass to put it on there because you got to get subtitles, and then you have to have artwork that fits a certain. It just takes time, but anyone can do it. And then same for Amazon Prime. You don't need a distributor to get your film on Amazon. You can submit it yourself. Again, it's kind of a pain in the ass because you have to have subtitles and everything else, but you can do it yourself. But for Bloody Summer Camp, we went through a distributor, Gravitas Ventures, and we just had to get them certain things to. It's really the same thing wherever you go. You just have to get them a bunch of things. You have to get them pictures, trailers, and all that stuff. But it's a little bit of work.
But again, it's probably one of those things that because you have experience with it, it gets a little easier at the very least.
It does. I'd say what I went through with Gravitas, because it was my first time. Because I dealt with way smaller distributors. So when I went through Gravitas, all the things they needed, it was really overwhelming for me because I'd never done it before. If we go through Gravitas or a similar distributor for Go Away, I'll be a little bit more. It'll be a little bit easier for me because I know what I'm getting into and what they need. Now I've already actually started a folder of gathering the things that they're going to be requesting from me, because with experience.
Yeah. Now, my couple more questions, and one I want to ask you right now is, why should people go and back Bloody Summer Camp 2, besides the fact that the first movie was freaking awesome, and I'm about to go back it after this damn interview, and Dave gets his shit done, he puts his shit out, you're not gonna get screwed over. I can promise you that. Well, yes, because of just I've gotten movies from him, and they came out, and they're awesome.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
awesome.
we just released Go Away a few months ago. It's not out publicly yet, but every perk for Go Away has been fulfilled. Everyone's gotten their copy of the film.
Yep.
Uh, and then we've got Slash and Nurse, and shit, I think half the perks for Slash and Nurse already fulfilled. Everyone's gotten their T-shirts and everything else. And you when these films will be out to the public, who knows? It depends on when I have time. It depends on how long it takes to find a distributor. But when are you going to get it as a backer? As soon as it's fucking done, and
Yeah.
that's Go Away. People are still waiting for the release of Go Away publicly, but the backers got their film back in September and October.
Damn right. I have 2, maybe 3 of them. And the funny thing, the reason why I have 2, I think I have 3 though. The reason why I have 3, if I do have 3, is 'cause I remember ordering 2. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get one for myself, and then one I'm going to Carolina Fear Festival, and when I'm at the Scene Slime table, can do some fun giveaways with some stuff I got there. But I believe, yeah, so I believe I got 3. So if that's the case, I'll have 2 to give away out there. So boom. But listen, go back that. Go back them. He's someone that, like I said, he gets his stuff out there. They fulfill the perks. And another good thing about getting these perks and saying you're backing for the film, you're getting the Blu-ray, the DVD, you're gonna have it before everybody else. You're gonna have it before it hits the stream. You're gonna have it before it hits the distributors, like he was just saying. Way before that. That's way better than VIP. Like VIP, you just get first in line. This, you get it like months, maybe even a year ahead of time, possibly, depending on, I don't know how that distributing stuff works, but you get it ahead of time.
Yeah, Go Away it's at least 6. They got at least 6 months before it came out.
Yeah.
But
Hell
the
yeah.
other 2 reasons that you should contribute through crowdfunder is, for one, a lot of the times our versions that we give out, so far as every time, our version of films that we give out through our crowdfunder are different from the versions that you get through distributors.
Ooh.
It's usually a longer cut. It's got different artwork, and a lot of times it has special features that the one that gets distributed doesn't have. So that's one bonus. The second bonus is, if you were to wait till the movie's out and buy it, your $30-$40 that you pay for it goes in someone's pocket.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy it on our crowdfunder, your $30-$40 goes into that film. It makes the film that you are buying $30 to $40 better. Every dollar that you spend on our crowdfunder buying a perk or buying a movie, you're investing money into the product that you're buying, and you are making the film a better film. We're Slash and Nurse. We only set out to do like a $20,000 film, and we raised $70,000.
That's amazing.
Well, yeah, those people that contributed that money to us just made that movie that they're getting a whole hell of a lot better.
And see, and for me as a fan of that stuff, it feels cool to be a part of that. Like, I've got to back a horror movie. Like, I've been a horror fan since I was 5 years old. I got to actually back a horror movie, not just go out and buy one. Yes, that's cool, but no, I got to back one. That's a whole other thing. That's like a whole other, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Get your
I'm a
name.
part of it.
Even we even got perks where you can have your picture in the film. You could have one of the characters could be named after you. Yeah, they could have your name there. So not only do you get to back a horror film and say, "Holy shit, I helped make this film," but we also have perks where you can actually be a part of the film. You can have your picture in the film. I mean, that's something that you get out of independent films that you don't get out of the big studio films.
At all. At all. And again, that's That's awesome, you guys. I love that you guys do that. I love that you guys do that. Just because, again, as a fan, it's like it feels good to be a part of this. Like I got to help. Yeah, I wasn't on set, but I got to help. I got to help create this movie in one way or another.
Yeah.
But listen, people, back this movie. Check it out. Go watch Bloody Summer Camp on Tubi right now. It is a fun freaking film. Have a good time with it, and I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace. And damn it.